Yo, what's up? This is Terrence Braden coming to you live. I'm here to talk about the March 4th showdown between Keith One Time Thurman and Danny Swift Garcia. As of now, they have Danny Garcia as a 2-1 underdog coming into this unification bout, which I do not necessarily agree with. I believe that Danny Garcia is the more proven fighter. I believe that Danny Garcia is the more well-rounded fighter all the way around the board. And I also believe that Danny Garcia is built for this moment. People continue to count him out time and time again. They counted him out against Amir Khan. They counted him out against Lucas Matisse. And he continues to rise to the occasion. Now, as far as Keith Thurman, a very solid boxer. He has some holes in his game, but at the same time, he has solid punching power, good hand speed, good lateral movement, and that can frustrate his opponent. Now, as far as his power theory, people are talking about how strong he is, how hard he hits. Keith Thurman has not impressed me at the world-class level, to be honest with you. That fight with Sean Porter, he hit him a few times, had him buckled. And that was a very closely contested fight. But I had it about 7 rounds to 5 for Keith Thurman because of the hellacious shots that he landed in certain rounds. And it was very closely competitive. And, Sean Porter, he outlanded Keith Thurman, to be honest with you. But the more, jolting, knee-buckling punches came from Keith Thurman. So heading into this bout on March 4th, it's a lot of eyes on this matchup. A lot of people are like, Cherry Garcia, this is going to be the bout that, catches up with you. Keith is going to knock you out, this, that, and the other. And in my opinion, that's total disrespect to Danny Garcia. The reason why is because Danny Garcia has not been dropped. He has not been in serious danger inside the square circle, and he's never been knocked out. So it's kind of hard to say that about a guy that's, is battle tested and proven to stand his ground against solid punchers like Lucas Matisse, Kendall Holt, or a guy with the hand speed of Amir Khan. So I truly feel that Danny Garcia is underrated, and I believe that on March 4th, he's going to finally get his respect. And I don't think it'll be the end of the road for Keith Thurman. I believe that he'll build, a solid understanding of, who he is after this match. And I think that, he might take on an opponent that's, maybe a C-level fighter after Danny Garcia, because this could be a war. And I'm expecting it to be a very good fight. But I just see that Danny Garcia, man, he's too experienced. He's been in unification bouts before. He's 7-0 in world title fights. So this guy has a lot of experience behind him. And I see it as a good matchup, My official prediction is I have Danny Garcia by late stoppage or unanimous decision win. It all depends on how Keith Thurman decides to come out and fight. If he comes out and he tries to establish his power early, I see him getting caught in an exchange. And I see Danny Garcia clipping him and hurting him badly. And if he doesn't finish him off, it's going to be a lasting effect for the remainder of the fight. So I think Keith Thurman will have his moments. Like in the beginning, he might try to pot shot, jump in and out. But I think once he realizes that Danny Garcia is taking his punches and he's shrugging it off and continue to come forward and go forward with his game plan, I think it's going to be a seed of doubt in the mind of Keith Thurman just a little bit. And I just think Danny Garcia is going to walk him down, man. Danny Garcia is the more active fighter. Keith Thurman has been fighting once a year, and we don't know how his cardio is going to hold up. He might try to get on his bicycle all night and try to avoid the power of Danny Garcia. We'll see what happens, man. But and with people, I don't think they fail to realize that Danny Garcia has stood up in situations like this, and he doesn't fold, man. He rises to the occasion. And then you have Keith Thurman. No disrespect to him, he's the WBA champion, and I like Keith Thurman, but I cannot pick him over Danny Garcia. You know, Keith Thurman has been rocked in fights. He has been down. A guy named Quandre Robertson back in 2010 dropped him. That's what a lot of people fail to realize. And then you also look at the Collazo fight. He got hurt to the body twice. You look at the Sean Porter fight. He got hurt to the body again. And if you ask me, neither one of those guys are of the caliber of Danny Garcia. So once he finally meets world-class opposition, creme de la creme, the best of the best, it's going to catch up with him. He's going to get fully exposed. And like I said, with all of this cherry-picking talk about Danny Garcia, man, a lot of people are going to eat their words. And I'm actually making a trip out to Las Vegas for this fight because 2-1 odds, oh my gosh, that's completely ridiculous. Like, it's completely, that's disrespectful. And like I said, Danny Garcia is going to rise to the occasion again. You know, you seen at the press conference, Angel Garcia, you know, he's been very vocal, you know, and a lot of people are saying he was hurling out racist comments, talking about politics and immigrants and stuff like that. I think he might have went overboard just a little bit. But as far as like people saying that he was being racist, that's just regular. That's just who Angel Garcia is. If you go back and look at any of his press conferences with, you know, between the Guerrero and Garcia fight or Garcia and Zab Judah, that's the same Angel Garcia. He doesn't change. So I'm really hoping that the WBC is lenient with this situation and they're not too harsh. They let him be in a corner on March 4th so Danny can go out there and do what he does best, and that's win. But anyway, I just wanted to make a video and give a little breakdown and prediction. Like I said, I got Danny Garcia by late stoppage, maybe the 11th round, or by unanimous decision. So let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment in the section below. Thank you.